my name is Deja Haya Smith. I am a junior at Clark Atlanta University, and you are?
I am Daryl Gregory. I am a freelance camera operator, audio operator for the television network industry.
Great, great. Okay, I just wanted to know how you got into the industry. Like, what exactly do you do, and how did you get there?
Okay, so I started out, I went to Sanford University in Birmingham, and I worked at their Sanford News Network. That led me to going doing an off-campus internship at UAB, which is the University of Alabama at Birmingham. I started out working with their first video coordinator there in their marketing department, and pretty much I worked on their in-house crew. And then I went from there, I went to running camera for the Birmingham Barons, which is a Division II minor league baseball team. And then from there, I met a guy. He got me into the ESPN world.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I started working on bigger television networks.
That's what's up. Okay, can you provide an example of when you successfully organized a diverse group of people that accomplished a task?
Most recently was this past fall. I was at the University of Auburn. They had a football game. I want to say it was against Louisiana Monroe, ULM. And everybody that flew in from the crew, because everybody comes from different places. Nobody's from, we're both from here. Everybody usually comes from different places, and nobody in the crew had ever been to Auburn Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn Stadium was what they called a home run stadium, which means it's not pre-cabled. So everything has to be run from the truck to the field. And so it's a very difficult stadium to work at. And what I did was I was in charge, and I led all the utilities, camera operators, even the director of operations. I even led them into where the cables would go, how we need to set up the camera positions where they would need to be, how the audio equipment needs to be set up where it needs to be run from, even for the beauty cam, for where it should be set up so that everybody can see the field. It was great. Even though nobody had worked there before, everybody got things done in a timely manner. We even set up found a new electrical outlet that was inside of their big board that they just got built last year.
Okay. Can you also provide an example of when you worked in a rapidly evolved workplace, and how did you deal with the change?
When I first started out working in the industry, like I said, I worked on an in-house crew for UAB, and I went from there to minor league, and that was the in-house crew as well. And from there, I went to the television network industry, which that was a major change, a faster move of pace when you're working. It was a faster movement when they want you to set up, what times they want you to be here, longer days, more people on your crews. But it went well. After working on there, I was nervous. My first 3 games, I did Alabama games, and I was nervous. I had never did it with them, and you're moving 100 miles an hour when you're there, back and forth. They're running. But after that, though, it kind of becomes normal, and you just adjust to it. You need to be a little bit in shape with this job.
So how many females are working in your industry? Like, do you work with a lot of females, little females? Like,
We'll see now. Females in our industry, most of them are going to be ops or ops assist. You have a couple of camera operators that are females. I'm seeing more and more nowadays. And also, I see a lot of females doing audio. But it's definitely normal. A lot of crews are becoming way more mixed breeds, besides like your truck drivers and your, what do they call them, the truck engineers. Those are usually guys because they're driving 18-wheelers and they're dealing with electricity and stuff all the time. Not many females want to deal with that, but there are a lot of women that are moving into this industry.
Yeah, because I know when I was at Miles College, I was the only camera operator. Well, I was the first camera operator, and then I had to find other people to camera operate, and I couldn't find any females, and I just had to find some guys for the first and third camera and the floor camera. So that was a struggle, but
You should have found me.
it worked out. You know, I got paid. You know. Can you share an example of how you balance corporation with others and independent thinking?
Well, with that, it's a lot of people who, when you're setting up equipment, in different stadiums, because you have, all stadiums are different. Like I said, you have pre-cable and then you have home run stadiums. And then you'll have guys who've been there, you'll have guys who haven't been there who want to set it up the way that they set it up at another stadium. And then you may have been there and you'll explain to them, no, that's not how we want to do that here. But everybody takes their ideas and put them together, and whichever one you think is going to get done the fastest and the most efficient, that's what you want to do. Because people in this industry, you want to work faster because you're going to get paid for a 10-hour day regardless. If you work 4 hours versus 10, you're still on the clock for 6 hours, but you're not at work, getting paid to be in your free time. And a lot of people like to do that.
Okay.
Specifically myself.
Can you provide experience that demonstrates your ability to manage time effectively? And what were your challenges and results?
Okay, well, like I said, working in basketball, there's less people, so they'll give me more work to do and set up. For instance, I was doing audio at a UAB game a couple weeks ago, and it's running off of a 20 pair. And so it's only one person there that worked. It's not 2-3 people on it, and this time it's just me. And so I have to deal with a A1 who is the leader of audio, and I have to extremely hook up everything. And basketball, you just 1 day set up and shoot and then tear down. And so you're only getting there about 5-6 hours before the game. It's a lot of cable to run. But, you know, I come in, I'll look over the stadium the night before, do a walk around the day before, and I try to draw my cable run pathways before then and set it up. That way when I come in, I grab my stuff I need and I go off to the races with it.
I know. What have you found to be the best way to mentor someone?
Mentoring someone, the best way is, like, I had a mentee back in Birmingham. I go back to the school and I try to see what they're up to, how they've been doing. And, you know, you kind of question them, ask them, you know, have you been reaching out to anybody about doing anything? You know, you can't just use me as your only option. I'm here to help, but I want to let you know networking is key. The way I got to, as what I've been into today, is networking all day. When you meet somebody, discuss your ideas. Discuss what you want to do. Let them know, even if they don't want to, let them know what you're trying to do, because you never know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And mentoring, it's a really good thing to help a kid. Like when I was in college, I mentored guys who were in the 7th grade, going to 8th and 9th, to help them make their transition to high school and up to the next level to prepare themselves. And you go back and you go to them. You got to try to see them at least once a week, you know, to make sure you keep them on track and keep them on course with what they want to do. But I'm telling you, man, it's nothing like watching a young man grow up into, or a young lady as yourself, watch them grow into grown-ups and just adulthood, and how their lives went a whole different way than what they could have been going.
Because I don't have a mentor, and I really need a mentor, so I'm
my phone line's open. You know,
okay. Is there any general advice that you can offer me as a woman in the film
as
production?
a woman, you need to be. I mean, you're black, so you know what they say. You need to work twice as hard to be just as good as them.
Yeah.
And so, as a woman in a male-dominant industry, I encourage you to bust it, and you know what I mean by that. But I mean networking. Like I said, touch hands with everybody. When you go on a shoot, don't be at the show and being quiet. in this industry, they like a person with a personality.
Yeah.
You know, if you show up, they don't look at it, oh, that's a girl or that's a guy. I was at NBA All-Star Weekend a few weeks ago, and a girl was there and she was working and the guy was working. They worked together, the same job. You know, he wasn't like, oh, she's a woman, I don't want her to work with me. No, he gave her job to do, and he did his job, and they meshed together. And so, but the thing about it is, if you want to get more, you need to network, talk to people, you know. And if you need to find a woman in the industry, find her and talk to her. There's a lot of women in the industry that I'm sure they would be proud to help another woman out.
Okay. Also, for because I've been trying to get into good internships. So, for a camera operator, where do you think I should go? Do you think I should go to like local news, CBS,
Now, me,
NFL?
like I said, I did mine at a college.
Okay.
I did it on their in-house crew, and that led to me actually working with them afterwards, which was great. If you want to work in sports, I'd say go to like you got big colleges around Georgia Tech,
Mm-hmm.
great in-house crew. I would go there and try to work with them. They have a great networking system. If you can get into one of these the bigger the station, the better. If you can go to Fox, go to Fox. If you can go to CBS, go to CBS. If you need to go to ESPN, go to ESPN. You know, but if you need to go a lesser route, take a college route. And then, you know, if you need to go through the news route, I've done news before, you know. But what I was told was, you try to stay within what you're trying to do, because if not, you get stuck where you don't want to be at.
Yeah.
And you'll always tell the person, I wanted to do that, but I can't because I'm stuck doing this now. And that's happened to people. You know, like some people want to be in front of the camera, and then they take a job behind the camera, and they get stuck there, and they're like, well, that could have been me, but you didn't apply yourself. You know, you settled for less. Never settle for less.
Always more. Well, I want to thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it. And yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.